It was almost midnight when the base janitor, Daniel Hayes, finished waxing the quiet hallway floors. He was exhausted, thinking only of getting home to his daughter, until he heard two small voices behind him. Twin girls, no older than 8, stood trembling, clutching each other's hands. "Sir, our mom didn't come home tonight," the older twin whispered, "and we don't know where she is." Moments later, a black SUV pulled up outside the base, and out stepped a 4-star general, the highest-ranking officer on site. And when he met the girls, he froze, staring at Daniel as if he already knew something no one else did. What happens next will stay with you long after this story ends. Daniel Hayes had worked as a janitor at Fort Ironside for 8 years. To most soldiers, he blended into the background. Gentle smile, worn boots, dark circles under tired eyes. What they didn't know was that he was raising his teenage daughter, Lily, alone after his wife passed away. Every shift was a battle between exhaustion and duty, yet he never complained. That night, the base was unusually still. A storm crawled across the sky, rattling the windows every few minutes. Daniel was mopping the east wing when he heard sniffling. He turned and saw 2 identical little girls standing in pajamas, backpacks slung over their shoulders as if they'd run straight out of their home. "Hey, you two okay?" he asked softly. The older twin, Ava, stepped forward. "Sir, my mom didn't come home today. She always comes home at 6. She never doesn't come home." Her sister, Emma, buried her face in her sleeve. Daniel crouched down. "Do you live on base?" Ava nodded. "She works here. She's a mechanic." Daniel felt something in his chest tighten. He'd seen the woman before, Maria Torres. Quiet, hardworking, always smiling at her girls when she picked them up from the daycare. He knew something was wrong. "Come with me," he said gently. "We'll find someone to help." He led the twins into the reception lobby. But the storm knocked out part of the communication system. Most officers had gone home early. No one answered the phones. Ava's voice trembled. "Is she hurt? Is she lost? Did she leave us?" "No," Daniel said firmly. "Your mother loves you. We're going to find her." A sound of tires screeching outside cut through the lobby. A heavy black SUV rolled to a stop. A Marine jumped out and opened the door. And stepping out was General Marcus Alden, 4 stars on his shoulders, a man whose presence silenced entire rooms. Daniel swallowed. He had seen the general before, but never up close. Alden was known for being strict, demanding, and impossibly composed. But when his eyes landed on the twins, his expression cracked, just for a moment. "Girls," he whispered. Ava blinked. "General Alden, sir? Did you see our mom?" He looked at Daniel, then crouched down to the twins. "I'm here to help you, but I need you to tell me everything." The general ushered them into his SUV, motioning for Daniel to follow. "Sir," Daniel said quietly, "I'm just a janitor. Maybe I should—" "No," the general interrupted. "They trust you. You're coming." And just like that, Daniel Hayes, the invisible janitor, found himself seated beside a 4-star general and 2 terrified little girls. The storm outside roared, but something else was brewing inside that car, something bigger than any of them knew. The SUV sped through the rain-slick streets, heading toward the workshop where Maria Torres worked. Ava sat silently, gripping Daniel's sleeve. Emma curled against him, crying softly. And every few minutes, General Alden glanced back at them in the mirror, his jaw clenched tight. Daniel felt the tension. Something was wrong, deeply wrong. At the workshop, the gates were locked. Lights off. Silence. General Alden stepped out, scanning the area like a man on a mission. Daniel followed, shielding the girls from the rain. Inside the workshop, Daniel noticed the overturned toolbox first, then the spilled coffee, then a set of footprints leading to the back exit. General Alden's face hardened. This wasn't an accident. Daniel felt a cold shiver crawl down his spine. "Sir, do you think someone took her?" Alden hesitated before answering. "Maria, she came to me yesterday. She said she found something in one of the vehicles, classified equipment that wasn't supposed to be there. She planned to report it first thing in the morning." "So, someone silenced her?" Daniel whispered. Alden didn't answer, but his silence was enough. The girls looked up at Daniel, searching his face for hope. And in that moment, he made a silent promise. He would not let anything happen to them. Using a flashlight, Daniel followed the tracks behind the workshop. They led toward the old storage hangars on the far side of the base. The general frowned. These hangars aren't in use. No one is supposed to be here, which meant someone was there, someone hiding something. They approached the door. Daniel heard something faint inside, muffled cries. "Stay behind me," Alden ordered. He pushed open the door, and there was Maria, hands tied, mouth taped, eyes wide with fear. The twins screamed, running into her arms. Daniel rushed forward, helping untie her. Maria sobbed into his shoulder. I thought I'd never see them again." General Alden stood back, relief etched across his stern face. But Daniel noticed something else in the general's eyes, guilt. The general turned away before speaking. "Maria warned me this would happen. I should have acted sooner." Daniel pushed gently. "Sir, why did she come to you? Why not her direct commander?" Alden paused, then sighed, an unexpectedly human sound. "Because her commander is the one smuggling equipment off this base." Daniel's heart pounded. This wasn't just about a missing mother. This was corruption, danger, betrayal. Alden continued, "She trusted me, and I failed her." "No, sir," Daniel said quietly. "You came. You showed up when it mattered." The general met his eyes, really looked at him for the first time. "You did too, Hayes. Those girls, they listened to you because you saw them. Most men of your rank wouldn't have cared." Daniel looked at the twins, clinging to their mother, crying into her jacket. "Being a father teaches you a lot," he murmured. Alden nodded. "Then maybe this base needs more fathers like you." Minutes later, military police stormed the area. Maria was taken to the hospital. The corrupt commander was arrested. The girls refused let go of Daniel's hands until the very last moment. At dawn, as the storm cleared, General Alden walked Daniel to the exit gate. "You saved a family tonight," the general said quietly. "And I'm not forgetting that. Report to my office on Monday. We need to talk about your future here." Daniel blinked. "Sir, I'm just a janitor." "Not anymore," Alden replied. Daniel walked home with the sunrise warming his face. He thought of the twins, their mother, his own daughter, and how one small moment, stopping to ask two frightened children if they were okay, changed everything. And as the light spread across the base, Daniel Hayes finally realized something. Sometimes heroes don't wear uniforms. Sometimes they carry mops. Sometimes they show up simply because someone needed them. But in the end, they make all the difference.